Tua Tagovailoa needs to get out of Miami. I know that sounds absolutely crazy as they have built the best receiving core in all of football with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Tua is having a career year, but none of that matters if they kill his brain. Miami just does not care about Tua. It's been proven all season, and even before the season when they got penalized for tampering when they tried to bring Tom Brady in. The Dolphins have not liked Tua since they drafted him. It's crazy to think. Like, I think, honest to God, it would have been better if the Dolphins just didn't draft Tua Tagovailoa, because since then they have treated him so poorly, and every single year it's absolutely crazy. I don't fully understand how and why they keep doing it. The only reason he's still their starting quarterback is because Brian Flores sued the Dolphins. And this year has not made it much better. In week 3 against the Bills, Tua took a hit where he nailed his head into the ground. But guess what? Everybody thought he had a concussion. The man was out there in the second half playing. 4 days later, he was playing in a Thursday night game against the Bengals, and he suffered one of the scariest looking injuries I've ever seen. I was scared for Tua, and I'm not a Dolphins fan. I was only watching that game because they were playing the Bengals, and I was hoping the Bengals would lose. And I felt so bad for Tua watching him sitting there on the ground. Oh my gosh, and they keep doing it. The Dolphins have just lost their mind. They didn't play him for a couple weeks after that injury, but what's a couple weeks when you sat here and have possibly, you know how bad it is to suffer 2 concussions in a short time period? And that's where they put him at. They gave him the opportunity to suffer 2 concussions in a very short time period, and he doesn't deserve this. Tua does not deserve what the Dolphins are giving him. He does not deserve to be treated this way because they treat him so poorly. And it's not like it was a one-time situation. They have done it again. Here in week 16 against the Green Bay Packers, the man hit his head into the ground. It looked bad. It was almost the same thing that happened when he was playing the Bills. His head bounces off the ground. He gets up. I don't know if he stumbled. I wasn't watching the game, but I have heard about it since, and now he's on concussion protocol. And I will agree with some things I've seen some of the other guys talking about. And I'll mention to it in a little bit on what they say and what I agree with there. But Tua was 9 for 12 for 229 yards and 1 touchdown before that hit. After that hit, he was 7 for 13 for 81 yards and 3 interceptions. And I saw one of them. I'm like, he wasn't even throwing to one of his own receivers. He was throwing to some random dude. Tua is about to become Antonio Brown with the way the Dolphins are treating him. He finished the game with a concussion. And it was obvious he was concussed, as far as I could tell from the little bit I've watched after he suffered that hit. Why are the Dolphins so stubborn that they will allow their franchise quarterback to just basically go brain dead at the rate they're going? Tua needs to get out of Miami to keep himself alive, I feel like. Because Miami seems like they just want to kill him. They have done everything in their power to injure him and take him out of the game. The man does not deserve how he's been treated. They've hated him since day one, it seems like, and now they're trying to kill him. It makes no sense to me. And yes, I've seen some of these other guys like Ryan Clark and the one dude who calls Justin Herbert the social media quarterback, saying that Tua should not play for the rest of the year, and I 110% agree. Tua should sit out. I've seen people saying Lamar should sit out. I don't fully agree with that one. Tua does not deserve to continue playing in Miami. If I was him, I would demand a trade out right now. He can go be a starter on tons of teams. He's showing that he has the talent this year. Now, granted, top tier receiving help, but you still have to make that top hand receiving help work. You can't just have it and it automatically succeed. You have to have the skill to drive that along, and I think he can go be a starter somewhere else, and somewhere else that might treat him better and might give him a real chance at continuing a football career. Because if he stays in Miami at the rate that they are going, Tua Tagovailoa's career will come to a crashing in before, because Miami just does not care about him. They do not care about his physical health, his mental health, his brain. They don't care about him at all. They will move on him in a heartbeat if anybody comes in the door as slightly better than him. Tom Brady hasn't been better than him this year, but I bet you they would take Tom Brady still over Tua, just because they hate Tua Tagovailoa. If you guys enjoyed watching, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. See you in the next one.